Hello out there, and welcome back to Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Today we're going to find out whether we really have to whack all of the monsters in here. Okay, we've got 3 mummies. It's like that t-shirt in Friends. But these guys don't love you. And some tree enemies. They're my favorites. They're usually pretty weak. Yep. So yeah, if you just want to get through it, there are a lot of enemies that you don't have to bother with. But the last time I played through this game, I really thought that you did have to whack all of them. So I did just that. Probably took me a couple hours. Oh boy, some mad toads. And we can't one-shot them. We one-shot the worms, though. Boy, Kaylee's really having a rough go in this game with the poisons. You'd think after getting poisoned back in the level forest that, you know, she'd equip a, I don't know, a talisman or a star pendant or I don't know, whatever it is that you need to protect yourself against poison. I mean, this is a Final Fantasy game. There must be all kinds of accessories laying around that can do that. So this room is optional, but not so optional. You'll see what I mean. Okay, so finally, Kaylee has the protection that she was always supposed to have had against being petrified. About time, I'd say. But I got petrified. Well, that's okay. I wasn't supposed to be protected against it. So that will dramatically... Oh, there we go. Now it shows up. You know, it's not like she changed her equipment. Just suddenly, you know, it's working. And... yeah, so that will dramatically decrease our incidence of getting game over. Because we cannot both be petrified. Good times. Really, I probably should be using potions here. Potions here. Because we've got lots. I'm trying not to use any seeds. Okay, the last battle before the chests. You can't poison her. She's already poisoned. You thwarted your great plan to make me use up all of my heal potions or white magic spell charges. Da 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 da! Meteor! let's check out the spell lists when we get a second. Alright, only one more to go! And you've already seen... Oh no. No, you haven't already seen it. That's Meteor, Thunder, and White. And there's one more. White is probably just the North American sanitized name for holy. It's funny that in a continent with so many seriously religious people, they couldn't include religious elements in video games, like even vaguely religious ones. Like I'm not religious, but you know, I'd like to see the stuff as it was actually meant to be seen. I don't want to be censored away from religious references. The video game Xenogears was a bit... I don't know if it aroused any actual controversy, but they were kind of a little bit timid about putting it out here. Unfortunately, they did, and Xenogears was actually my second RPG after this one. I never really got into playing RPGs on the Super Nintendo, so that's why this one I picked up at a second-hand store. So I thought, oh, it's got Final Fantasy in the name, it must be pretty good. Well, it had Final Fantasy in the name. It's alright, I guess. These guys are weak to explosives, so, but you can just double team them too if you want. Okay, last battle before the Vine. Climactic moment. It's a turning point. It's a battle that I just felt compelled to include. My magic's down. What am I gonna do? That should do the trick. Or almost, anyway. Okay, that should do it. Oh, that would have done it anyway. Just got a critical. It'd be nice to be able to control when you get criticals. I like that in Final Fantasy VIII, how you could pull the trigger on the gunblade. But then, if you could do that, then, you know, what's the point of having a critical hit? There should be, like, a critical hit that, you know, you have a chance of getting. So those vines, I think that's one of the only ones that we need to take. There might be another one. They drop you down a level and they're one way. Now up here, you let go of the claw, but you can press A again as you're sliding down. You don't have to wait until you're on top of the handholds that you want to grab onto to push A. Just push A preemptively and hold it down, so that way you won't slide right through. And you'll get up there in one try. New enemies. What are these guys? Skuldiers. Yeah, let's double team them. Ouch. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Well, that ought to do it. Good times. Of course, we used a spell charge that way, but I should have a few left over. Yeah, she's got 15 left. We're doing okay. let's do these guys the way we're supposed to. The secret of the ooze. Their weakness is explosive. That's the secret of the ooze. See, they didn't need to make Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Part 2. Okay, we must be getting near the home stretch now. Maybe. You can go in the right side if you want to, too, but I don't think it leads anywhere. So don't go there. Why would I say that you can go? Okay, you can go in the... I think you can go in the left. The door to the left of me. I don't know what difference it makes, really. I'm just trying to take the most direct route. Skip as many enemies as possible. This process of recording reminds me of something I had to do when I was teaching at a private bilingual school in Japan. We had this speech contest, and it was like an extracurricular activity, but it was mandatory. Yeah. And I remember having to record this really kind of tiresome speech called, what was it, the Talking Donkey? You could probably look it up on the internet. And in the end, they were quite displeased with me because they were like, "Oh, make him do gestures, make them do things while they're talking, not just like recite the speech." I'm like, okay, and I'm trying to like retrofit actions to the speech, and it doesn't really have much that's suitable to it, like maybe a bit of hand waving and stuff. And there's this one line, what was it? The farmer scolded his boy for talking crazy or something. So I had my student do that little, you know when you twirl your finger around by your head to indicate, craziness. So I had him do that, and I got in shit for it. And they're like, "Oh, in Japanese culture, that's a very offensive gesture." Okay. I did not have very much fun with that job, I'll be honest with you. Oh no. Could we get game over here? This is not going well. We got game over. I'm never giving up. Never! Never! Okay, let's just get out the big guns here. Which I think I actually tried to do last time, but just the timing was a little bit different. I didn't get my turns in, and this time I got my turns in, and this time we win. Shows you the role of chance in our lives, I suppose. See, everything in this game, it's very deep. There's a metaphor. There's a metaphor in how you can't change your equipment. It's something about destiny. It's your destiny to have this equipment. Okay. Now, your first priority really needs to be to get rid of those skuldiers on the left and the right. Now I'm here thinking, oh, well, she's just paralyzed. That won't last for very long, right? Well, watch and see. This is not going well. Come on! Oh boy. So yeah, normally you're in a regular battle, Paralyze only lasts maybe a turn or two, but here it's pretty serious. It's permanent. Well, you know, might as well be permanent. So do whatever you need to do to take that status away. Okay, it should be pretty straightforward from here. Now I've got the cat claws on, that's good, that's what I want. That increases my magic damage a little bit. So I'm going to be going to my friend's bachelor party tonight, and his wedding tomorrow. I'll be going to Prince Edward Island on Monday, and I will probably be taking an indefinite break from these videos. I'm finding them harder and harder to do. I'm having problems keeping things out of my mouth, like to keep the sound quality good and to keep people from being driven crazy. Like even when I'm doing this video, I have to do it in little spits and spurts. So I thought this was going to be really easy, and assembling the video is not that hard, but to actually sit down and record your voice for it is a little bit problematic. But we won, and that's all that matters. Well, we were kind of lazy. We didn't beat all of them. Go on, kid. Go on, kid! Is that supposed to be encouragement, or are they telling me to step off? Get on! Get out of here! Speaking of getting out, we can't go back. Speaking of getting out of here, let's cast exit! Alright, we're free, but you can go back in the giant tree, but we have no reason to. We picked up Meteor. Oh hey, creepy old guy. Okay. And what else lies in here? Find out next time, someday, on Final Fantasy Mystic Quest.